Are money fears interfering in your ability to get your financial house in order? We're going to talk about finances a little bit today. This is not a topic that many of us like to talk about. I know I have not liked to talk about finances. When I was in a toxic job, I didn't want to think about it. I just paid my bills and just kept moving. But not looking at my finances is what kept me longer at a toxic job because I kept saying, well, I can't leave because I need to be able to pay my bills. I need to do all these things related to finances. Yet I was not addressing the issue that was keeping me at the toxic job, which was the finances. So I really needed to get my financial house in order. And you may also be in a similar situation where you don't like looking at finances. You don't like talking about it. You don't feel like you really know all the ins and outs about finances, or you might always feel like you paying going from paycheck to paycheck. So you don't like to look at finances because it might be stressful or depressing for you. But again, I really think it's important for all of us as Black women to really know where we are financially so that we know where we are and we have a plan and we can think about where we're trying to get to. So, as we're moving into this new year, as we're starting the 2025 year, how are we getting our financial house in order? And I would say a lot of us are kind of concerned or worried about what's going to happen and all these fears and all that kind of stuff, that really highlights the importance even more for us to get our financial house in order. So, I want to talk about some common money fears that might prevent us from getting our financial house in order and why it's really important for us to get a handle on these things so that we can kind of get our act together, okay, with our finances. So if you don't know me already, I'm Dr. Kamani. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, a toxic job survivor, but more importantly, I'm a toxic job liberator for Black women. So again, I come on YouTube and I tell you some things about my own struggles, but I do that in the hopes that it can help you as well. And also showing you that I've gone through a journey of trying to get my financial house in order. So, some of the common money fears that I've experienced and Black women that I've worked with have experienced is avoidance. So, we think that if we avoid it, then I don't have to think about it and I can just keep moving and whatever. But what happens is that when we avoid looking at our money, we stay stuck in situations. So avoidance might be like a short-term thing that we do to kind of like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I got too many other things to think about. But when we do that, it keeps us stuck. Okay. So avoidance is something I know all too well. But again, avoidance is something that it doesn't help us long term. Okay. So that's something that our money fears can manifest in us avoiding looking at our money and have a really good understanding of our money and what our options are. The other thing that I've experienced and other Black women that I've worked with, we all have a money story. So think about what was a money story that either you were told and or that you observed as you were growing up. So what was your family's relationship with money? What did they say to you about money? What kind of things did you experience in relation to money? I know that as I was growing up, the focus was on saving, saving, saving. And, I would also see really bad examples of when family members passed away and how ugly things can get related to money. And so I developed this relationship with money based upon those experiences. And so that contributed to my avoidance. So I had to really connect to what is my money story contributing to why I avoid looking at my finances. So I invite you to think about what is your money story? What were you told about money? What did you see in relation to money as you were growing up? Because many times it might influence you in the present. The other thing is with the so-called changing of the guards, as we're coming up to this time in this month about this thing that's going to happen. You know what I'm talking about with the change of the guards. I think I'm kind of still in some form of denial. I don't want to say it. So with the changing of the guard that's coming up towards the end of this month, many of us may feel even more concerned about finances or feel the need to not make any moves because we don't know really what's going to happen. But again, when we're not prepared, if we're not looking at where we are financially, we can't even plan for, we can't even anticipate for things because we're so consumed with the fear about money. So I encourage all of us to really address the avoidance that we have, look at our money stories. And yes, these are some very challenging times, a lot of uncertainty going on. And when there's uncertainty, it's very important for us to, as the saying is, let us stay ready so we don't have to get ready. So we want to make sure that we're staying ready. We're aware of our finances and what we need to do so we can make moves if we need to. So think about things you need to do so that you can address those money fears, not avoid it. So if you don't, you're going to stay in a situation that maybe is not good for you. So it might be a job, it might be a relationship. I don't know what it might be, right? But it might be some challenging situations that you're going through. And because of finances, you feel like you're not able to leave that situation. So if you're in a situation and you're like, I feel stuck, I don't even know what to do about finances. That was me. That was me. I didn't know what to do. So I said, you know what? I need to work with somebody who's going to help me out. I need to work with an expert. I started working with Dr. Roche Brown, who is not only a licensed clinical psychologist, she is a financial psychologist. So I started working with her to get my financial exit plan together. Again, getting that financial house in order. Okay. So my hope is that you are moving towards getting your financial house in order. If you're experiencing money fears, know the fear is normal. It is normal to have the money fears. But now that you realize you have the money fears, the next thing is, what do you do about it? What do you do about it? How do you move through the money fears? If you're stuck and you don't know what to do and you are like me and you feel like you need to work with an expert, then it may be a good idea for you to come to the Financial Masterclass, which is January 8th and 9th. It's coming up January 8th and 9th. It is 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, and 4 p.m. Pacific time, where we're going to talk about, so it's Dr. Roche and I, and we talk about so many things in relation to getting a financial exit plan together if you're trying to leave a toxic job, but it's also for all Black women with getting our finances in order and really about financial wellness. It's so important. It gives a certain level of liberation when you have that understanding of your money and what to do about it. So again, that's January 8th and 9th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific time. And it's Zoom webinar format so that no one will see that you're in the class. No one will see in the masterclass. Only Dr. Roche and I will be on camera. Your name will not be listed, okay? So just for privacy considerations. So again, if you recognize you got some money fears and you don't know really what to do to how to get unstuck, you just don't know, then the Financial Masterclass is a good idea for you. And again, this is for Black women, okay? So information about the Masterclass is going across the screen, and it is also in the description section of this video. And you also, let's say you want to come and you want to gift a Black woman to come to the Masterclass, then you can do that same thing by clicking the link in the description section, or if you see it going across the screen as well, okay? So money fears, yes, they are real. Who likes to talk about money? I don't like talking about money, but in the Financial Masterclass, what is so amazing about it is that Dr. Roche Brown, when she talks about money and she breaks things down in such a way that it's not a dread thing, it's not boring. It's like she is like full of energy, and we dance, we laugh, we do all those things during the masterclass as well. But again, your privacy is upheld. So again, no one will know that you're in the masterclass. If you want to comment during the Q&A, you can change your name in the platform. So again, I hope to see you. Well, I hope that you see me in the masterclass because I can't see you because it's a Zoom webinar. But I hope that you will see me and Dr. Roche Brown, the Financial Masterclass, January 8th and 9th. Okay. So, and again, information is going across the screen in description section. So get your spot. Okay. So as I'm signing off, please share this video with at least 2 other Black women. Give this video a thumbs up because it lets YouTube know to suggest this video to other Black women. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. It's really good, I would say. A little biased, but I share about my own journey healing from a toxic job, but I also have resources available for you. I have Black women that I interview, they share their healing journey because I want you to know that you're not alone, that there's resources available for you, and you are part of a community where we are all rooting for you as you are walking this journey as well. Okay. So I will see you later. Again, thumbs up, share this video with at least 2 other Black women, subscribe to my channel, and turn the notification bell so you know when I go live or when I upload a video. Okay, see you later. Bye.